Hey, hey. What's up, Facebook family and friends? And shout out to everyone that may be watching me over on the YouTube channel. Yes, yes, yes. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Now, as you come into the broadcast, honey, go ahead and say, hey, girl, hey. Let me know that you're out there so I can say, hey, girl, hey, back and appreciate you for watching me live. And if you catch this on the replay, definitely go ahead and hit that hashtag replay. Let me know you rolled through on the replay, honey, and I will come back in and say thank you for catching the replay. And if you have not started following me, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Money Management Matters. Go on over to the YouTube channel, honey. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen here at Money Management Matters on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, honey. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. And give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. Let me know that you like it. Hey, Synovia. Hi, girl. Hey, how you doing? You know I am normally asleep at this time, girl. I know it. I know it. I'm a night owl, though, girl. I have to wait till a certain time to have my lives because I be doing so many things in the evening, having business calls and trainings and all that kind of stuff. And about 9:30 is the time when all my calls are over, all my training is over, and then I can come do my Facebook and my YouTube live videos. So, but I appreciate you staying up and catching me live. So if you can always catch the replay, Synovia. I can appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, girl. I'm a night owl, so I stay. Most times I be up to midnight anyway, just doing little things, cleaning, finishing up stuff, and then I finally get tired about 12. But honey, how was your weekend, Synovia? How was your weekend, girl? I don't know if you've been following me on Facebook, honey, but I've been posting all my pictures from my weekend trip to New Orleans. I went to the Essence Festival. The Essence Festival was celebrating 30 years of having their festival in New Orleans. And this was only my second time. The first time I went was back in the 80s, honey, when I was very young. I think I had went with my sister, Marcia, and a couple of her friends, and that was the only time. That was so long ago, I had really forgot what Essence was all about. But honey, I'm so glad that I went because it was such an amazing event. It was so many beautiful women, beautiful business owners, and I actually also had the opportunity to speak at one of the brunches there. So I'm gonna be sharing some of the snippets of that here real soon. But yeah, there are multiple streams of income. You know me, honey. That's what I'm all about. All about making multiple streams of income because, honey, we got multiple streams of bills. Snovia said, wow, girl, how was your weekend, Zenobia? I know you took care of business there while I haven't. You've never been to Essence? Really? Oh my goodness, girl, you got to go. You would love it. It's a lot of history in New Orleans, a lot of culture, the black culture, the African American culture. And then in the marketplace, they have it's a African market there that sell African clothes, African sculptures, arts, crafts, all kind of things, honey. It was amazing. And I want to go back. Next time I go, I think I want to stay for a week because I didn't have enough time to see all the things I wanted to see. So yeah, it's absolutely beautiful city. It's crowded now. It's crowded, but like I said, it's a lot of history there, so it's an older community, you know. But it's worth going. It's worth going. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry. So I'm back. But anyway, I ain't gonna be on here long because I know some of you want to go to bed. My weekend was nothing like your weekend. That's okay, girl. That's okay. I know you be having some adventures of your own. You just don't want to tell nobody. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. So anyway, y'all, if y'all been following me, I've been doing a summer series, summertime story time. Lord have mercy, story time summer series where I'm telling stories about my financial journey from my young adulthood up until now. I plan on doing it for 20 days, and I got my little calculated book here, and because I was at Essence this weekend, I done skipped 3 days. I didn't come live Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So now it's Monday. So I'm just on day number 11. Today is day number 11. So if you did not get a chance to, if you have not seen my previous videos, definitely go back and check out the first 10 while I'm telling some stories, honey. I'm going deep. I'm giving you the lowdown. I'm giving you the tea now about what I went through financially and the lessons that I have learned. You said I've been to New Orleans, okay, but not the Essence Festival. Okay, okay, very good. So you know about the culture down there. You so funny. You know about the history down there at New Orleans. So yeah, but that drive ain't no joke, honey. I think it took us about 7.5 hours, almost 8 hours. But then we had to stop a few times. So I went with a group of 5 ladies, me and 4 other ladies. Yeah. So fun times, fun times. So the story I wanted to tell you tonight, which is also going to be a little bit of my Monday Money Motivation Day. Every Monday, I come live on Facebook and on YouTube, and I talk about money motivation, something to keep you motivated, inspired along your financial journey. And I normally share a biblical scripture with you as well to kind of tie into what we're talking about when we're talking about our money. So, for those who may not know me, I am Lisa Stringer Bailey. I'm the owner of Triple M Money Management Matters. I educate women on how to make more money, save more money, and most importantly, honey, protect the money, right? And I educate on how to protect money with life insurance. I am a licensed life insurance professional here in the state of Georgia. And I love, it's my passion, it's my ministry, it's my purpose. I truly believe on this earth is to educate, to give knowledge, to share my testimony as to the reason why I came to start selling insurance, started learning more about how money works, and started learning about how important it is to have financial education, and how important it is to have money saved, and how important it is to have life insurance, and how important it is to invest into other things like the stock market, real estate, businesses, all that type of stuff. So that is what a little bit of what I do. I'm also an author. I just finished writing my first solo project, which was Finding Favor with Your Finances. It is available on Amazon, and I dropped the link in the description. So if you are interested in my book and its 7 principles to financial security, definitely pick it up on Amazon. I also have a workbook that comes along with it, so you can pick up both and you can read the book, and then you can use the planner. It's not really a workbook; it's a planner. It's like a monthly planner where you can plan your money, because that's one of the principles that I talk about. It's planning our money, knowing where our money is going, writing it down, honey, so you can keep better track of it. You said it's your gift. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Miss Zenobia. Yeah, thank you for that, for saying so. Yes, Zenobia got her copy. And Zenobia, if you haven't already, girl, give me a review on Amazon. Go over to Amazon, write a little quick review on the book. That'll help push it up. Push it up. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about where I left off. Well, I left off on my story time about I had got a job. I'm a single mother, and getting out of Navy, got out as a single mother, and so I had to find a job. Came back to Georgia, had to find a job. So I finally found a job, honey. Yes, I was so happy. I got a job at Bank of America. That's why I started my banking career as a teller, honey. I think I was making about $10, maybe $11 an hour there. And so, honey, I thought I was the shiznick, honey. I thought I was balling, shot calling. And I had me a job, honey. And of course, y'all know I'm a single mother, so I had my child. And then when I came back, I had to move back in with my family, right? And so that I didn't want to do that for a long period of time. So I think I lived with my family member, my auntie, about maybe 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months. And sometimes when you stay with family, you can wear out your welcome, right? A lot of times, back in the day, back in my day, the sentiment was, you get yourself a job, you get your own place to live, and or if you want to stay in this home, then you have to follow by my rules. Can you relate to that? If your mom and them or your family member had these rules in the house where you had to be in the house by 11 o'clock, or you have to pay, I don't know, y'all know, whatever rule it was. Okay, just tell me how to go about doing it. Okay. I don't mind. Okay, okay. I will, Zenobia. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Felicia. Thank you for joining. How you doing this evening, hon? So yeah, I'm doing my story time. So uh at this point, I was to the point where, okay, I'm a grown woman. Sometimes it's hard for two grown women to live together. That was back in the day now. Y'all gotta remember that was back in the 90s. Nowadays, I think it's easier for people to live together. It's easier for women to live together or family members to live together because, it's just more economical for people to live together or for your children to live in the home with you for a long period of time. But back in the days, the 80s and 90s now, our parents was like, y'all got to go. If you can't come up in here and abide by my rules and do this and do that and turn them lights off and keep that air condition on a certain thing and don't be eating up all my food. And when you bring food in here, you put your name on it. All that kind of stuff. And it's time to go. So anyway, I had to go. So I had to find me a place for me and my little youngin, my baby, me, because I was a single mother now. I'm talking to my single moms, trying to help y'all out when y'all get in these situations. Don't do what I do. Okay. I'm trying to help people do better than what I did. So you all know from my previous story, I had lived out on my own already. So I knew how to get an apartment and that I had to pay rent and the utilities and all that. But the trap that I fell right back into. Now, this is a lesson. This is the lesson right here. When we sometimes we go through these financial situations, we go through these financial traps, we get in these financial mistakes, we get in these financial messes, or we get into a whole lot of debt, we pull ourselves out of it, right? Because we go through some things. Like my first situation with the MIA husband, I had to come out of that because that was a whole big mess, right? Well, now that I'm a single mother, this is a different chapter. This is a whole different challenge for me. I went back into the same rut. I had to have a place to stay, but what I did was I racked up on a whole lot of credit card debt again from the first time. Didn't I learned my lesson the first time, but because I'm in a different situation now, I went back to it. Racked up on a whole lot of credit card debt simply because I had an apartment and I felt like I had to furnish the whole doggone apartment at one time. Okay. No, so I'm like, honey, I got a job now. I can afford it. I'm hot shot calling. What the how they say that? Big ballin' shot calling. Right. So I thought. But anyway, so that's what I did. I racked up a whole lot of credit card debt trying to buying furniture for the apartment, dishes, curtains, the whole whole household thing. You know how it goes. So by the time I got in that apartment, buying everything I needed, just say 2 or 3 years done passed by, honey. I'm about 20 to $25,000 in debt. Okay. And not only just from furnishing, but also shopping for clothes for me and my son, shoes for me and my son, food. I'm wound up putting food and everyday expenses and utilities and stuff like that on a credit card. And I think because I was still in that little feeling of being a single mom, that little shame about it. Plus now I was working in a bank and I felt like I should have knew better. I felt like I had to put up, what's the word, a persona. I had to keep up with the Joneses. I had to keep up with my coworkers, okay? Because I had coworkers that worked in the bank, and they would come to work with the three-piece suits on, with the jacket, with the nice silks blouses. They had the nails done, the hair done, and all the jewelry. They were looking like professionals. So I said, well, heck, I got to look that way too. I had to look the part, right? But not knowing that I was going deeper and deeper and deeper in debt trying to look the part, okay? So the lesson is you have to to put in your mind, and I mentioned this on another video, you have to have the mindset of you cannot worry about what other people are saying or what other people are doing, okay? You really have to stay focused with the blinders on what you got going on in your life with you. And if you're a single mother, with you and your kids, you have to come to some type of plan of living within your means. And some people or financial experts would say living below your means is even better. And then you got to start planning your purchases. And this is what I had to learn over time. Let's say, for instance, instead of trying to furnish the whole apartment, I could have just furnished one room at a time, right? Maybe just furnish the bedroom. Right. So at least we had a bed to sleep in. And then for the living room, maybe got some, what they call them things you put on the floor, the bean bags. Baby just got some bean bags. But no, see, I wasn't thinking that way back in those days. I wasn't thinking about conserving. I wasn't thinking about saving. I wasn't thinking about living within my means. All I was thinking about is I wanted to keep up with what everybody else was doing, to keep up an appearance that I was doing well. And I was had my job now. I was Big Ballin shot calling, but I really wouldn't. Okay. So the lesson is you really have to plan your purchases. Okay. Try not to put unnecessary things on credit cards, because that what really gets you into a bind, into a mess, when you put too many things on a credit card at one time. So with that, I learned, yeah, you're not big balling shot calling if you putting it on a credit card, okay? What you're doing is getting yourself in a whole lot of financial distress, because you're not really realizing that, yeah, you putting it on a card now, but you got to pay that money back. And not only that, you got to pay it back with interest. So something that you thought was $100 gonna wind up being you gonna wind up paying $200 or $300 for it, depending on the interest rate and depending on how long it take you to pay it. So was it really a bargain? No. And that's another trap that I fell into with shopping. At one point, I had a credit card for every store in the mall: J.C. Penney's, Belk's, Dillard's, Macy's, Lerner. Lerner was my store now. But not even realizing that each one of those cards, each balance on that card, I was probably paying about 18 to 20% interest. And I got to the point where I couldn't pay nothing but the minimum. They would say, all you got to pay is $10 a month. That's all I would pay. But guess what? That $10 was just interest. That was just interest. So the principal never went down, and therefore the balance never went down. So you just dragging along the credit, and then you still wind up paying more than what if it was on sale. I was one of them sale watchers. I call myself buying stuff on a deal or a sale. But if you put it on a credit card, honey, it ain't really no sale, especially if you can't pay it off. If you can't pay it off every month, which I could not as a single mother on a $10 an hour salary. Okay. It got tough. It got tough. So, um, what's Zenobia saying? Credit card companies try to get the young people, in debt by sending credit card applications through the mail. Absolutely, absolutely, Zenobia. And they caught me the same way. That same way. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's one of the tactics. That is one of the tactics. Now, on my earlier video when I was telling y'all I was married, when I first got in the Navy, I got, we got all those credit card offers from the military banks and the stores, and they was like, "Oh, you are guaranteed approval because you're in the military." So yeah, that was another tactic. That's so true. So I wanted to share with you all the scripture real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. And tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get on here again tomorrow as I continue with my Storytime Summer Series. I got let's see, 9 more days to go. 9 more days to go. We're gonna get through this about giving you some stories about my financial journey. So the scripture I want to share, and I put it in the description, is Proverbs 21 and 20. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20 in the NIV says, the wise, that's the smart people, that's the financially educated people, people with knowledge. The wise store up choice food, they store up food and olive oil. But fools, now fools are those who's not so smart. Fools are those who don't really think before they buy. Fools are those who don't plan their money. That's us, is honey. Me. But fools gulp theirs down. Okay, so what this is saying is wise, is smarter to save up, to store up things for the future. Or, in other words, in my situation, instead of buying all the furniture for the apartment at one time, I should have saved money. Maybe bought just one thing, the bed, right, and then saved along the way for the living room. That makes sense. So it's always wise to save up for your big purchases so you don't have to put it on a credit card. All right. And then, of course, it says the fools gulp theirs down. So foolishly, like I did, I wanted to have it all. I wanted it right then, right now. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to save up. And so therefore I got into the big financial mess, $25,000 just in credit card debt. It wasn't pretty, honey. It wasn't pretty. And I was not shot calling, big balling, like I said, thought I was. But anyway, so that's the lesson for tonight. So hopefully and prayerfully that it gave you a little something to think about, to if this is the situation that you may be in, or someone that may be in it, kind of lead and guide them on, taking baby steps. Planning out your money is so important. To plan. Live beneath your means if you can. Live at your means or beneath your means. And if it's something that you want and you cannot pay cash for it right out, then it's probably something that you need to wait on and make yourself a savings plan to get to that particular item that you want to buy. The credit card companies want the consumers to get behind. That's it. The credit card companies don't care nothing about us in the situations that we in. All they care about is making their money. And that's another thing. That's a good point, Zenobia. We have really got to start thinking more about making ourselves wealthy, building wealth for our people, for our family, for our culture, and for the future of our children, so that they don't have to go to the big credit card companies because they already rich. They already rich. They don't need no more our money. So it's so important to learn to save. That's how they make their money. That's absolutely correct. That's how they make their money. All right, honeys. Well, thank y'all for joining me live. I appreciate all the feedback and the comments in the chat tonight. Thank y'all so much, so much, so much. And if you are out here in these streets and you see me popping tomorrow, honey, come on back through. Come on back through. Because tomorrow I'll be giving another story time about my financial journey. Okay? So you all have a wonderful, blessed rest of your evening and a good night's sleep. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Synovia. You are so welcome. Good night.